Yo, 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 yo. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy EOU, aka the Harlem Legend, man. If you're new to the channel, please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you set your bell notification so you know when I'm dropping a video or going live. Before we go any further, man, I gotta say, I recently dropped a video on a guy that was claiming to be 50 Cent's ex-bodyguard. Well, it turns out that that story was fabricated, and this guy is not who he says he is. I want to inform everyone that I have a team that I work with that comes together and brings the content to me, and they double check and triple check, and some way, somehow, this slipped through. I want to say that I don't want to slander anybody. I do not want to, just tarnish anybody's image just because. I want to make sure that we bring nothing but real and true content to this channel at all costs. So I will take that one. I will take that on the arm. The video has since been taken down. I dropped this video 2 days ago. I appreciate everybody that support the channel, but we want to keep it real over here, and we want to keep everything authentic. You heard? So in the near future, that's been taken care of now, but in the near future, I will be checking my own content double and 3 times if I have to. But I definitely apologize to the people because that's not what I want to push on this channel. I definitely want to push nothing but real content. So with that being said, man, let's get right into this one, man. I gotta be real. We've always asked ourselves, why hasn't Terry and Meech taken pictures together since they've been home? I gotta be real. Like if they created history together, these guys created history together. I gotta ask, why haven't they taken pictures? Are they not on good terms together? What seems to be what's the friction? What seems to be going on here? Well, I gotta say, make sure y'all go subscribe to Byron Blake. You heard? Hands down, the best breakdown of Meech's paperwork that I've seen on the internet by far. Salute to Byron Blake, St. Louis native. Make sure y'all go over and subscribe to this man's channel, but he has the best breakdown by far of Meech's paperwork. And essentially, you heard, allegedly, it's looking like Big Meech actually turned on his own brother. You heard? It looked like Big Meech took down his own brother. Now, those of you that don't know Terry Lee Flenory, you heard Southwest T, you feel me? He's living his best life, y'all. Southwest T is living his best life. You heard? He doesn't seem to want to be around his brother at this time. He doesn't seem to want to be around Big Meech. And I think Byron Blake just broke that down for us, y'all. So we remember when they all was going to court. You heard? Everybody's arrested now. They pleading guilty and doing all the other, they trying to get up out of this. Meech is trying to get 20 years. He's trying not to get the 30. I want y'all to pay attention as we break this down because this seems to get a little nasty to me. You heard? Let's listen to Meech's sentencing hearing. Pay attention, y'all.
Why would the government agree to a downward departure? To find this information out, we have to look at Meech's sentencing hearing. In a sentencing hearing, both parties get to present evidence. Usually, the government will argue why you should get a higher sentence, presenting what we call aggravating factors. On the other hand, the defense will argue for a lower sentence, presenting what we call mitigating factors. In this instance, the government presented no aggravating factors and simply asked that the defendant be placed near his family in Atlanta. In mitigation, the defense would simply argue that Meech was responsible for getting his brother Terry to plead guilty and that he should get credit for that.
In 2024, yeah, let's not forget, Southwest T has a pardon. You heard? Joe Biden pardoned him last year. Right? Y'all heard what Byron Blake just said about Big Meech's sentencing hearing. He felt like he should get lesser time because I made my brother cop out. Now, a lot of us, when we looking into this paperwork, right, we are looking directly for Rule 35. We looking for a 5K1. Now they saying, yo, look, there's something evolving every day. They calling this one an 11C1C. I'm just saying, it's something evolving every day. Did Big Meech tell on his own peoples? Did he roll on his own peoples before anything else ever came out? Listen to this, y'all.
See, most people look at plea deals and the first thing they look for in terms of cooperation are Rule 35 motions or 5K1 motions. Those are not the only methods of being rewarded for cooperating. One non-traditional way of rewarding cooperation is a Rule 11C1C plea agreement. Many attorneys recognize and practice this method because it allows them to negotiate a reward with the government. This is a safer method for clients than simply cooperating and leaving it up to the judge whether they did enough to get a Rule 35 or 5K1 motion. And yes, Big Meech did have a Rule 11C1C plea agreement. Even more telling of the fact that Meech had negotiated a downward departure was the fact that in his pro se 2255 motion filed in 2009, he himself stated that his lawyer had promised him that he would only get 20 years. Meech also took this opportunity to pretty much blame everything that was going on his brother, denying any involvement and saying that if he was guilty of anything, it was just being the brother of Terry Flenory.
What? Wow. And this is all in the paperwork. You heard this is his pro se from 2009. He's trying to give time back. He's trying to get back in the courts. This is nasty work. I got to be real. Did he turn coat on his own brother first? I'm just being real. Is this the reason why Terry Flenory is not dealing with him? Terry don't want nothing. Southwest T don't want nothing to do with him. And I'm wondering why. Did he try to take down his own brother? But wait, it gets worse. Pay attention.
Some of you may be sitting here questioning, why would Meech's attorney feel like he should get a deal for getting his brother to plead out? Well, let's break it down. According to the investigation in this case, Meech and Terry were identified as the two heads of this organization. During Meech's plea hearing, not only did he admit to his role, but he also agreed to admit he supervised 5 people named in the conspiracy and that at least 3 transactions he was directly involved in. This meant that 5 people who were under Meech who had not yet taken plea deals were at risk of having evidence presented that they were identified by Meech if they went to trial. Among those people who were still waiting to go to trial at the time were Meech's brother Terry, Wayne Joyner, Brian Garrett, and Kim Williams. Based on Meech's deal, if T went to trial, Meech's word could be used against his brother and others. The only way to avoid that was to convince T himself to take a plea deal. By pleading out, T would essentially be incriminating his connect, admitting that whatever they had against him, connecting him to T, was valid. And Meech's lawyer wanted Meech to get credit for all of that.
This is wow, y'all. I gotta be real. This is from the paperwork. Shout out to Byron Blake once again. Make sure y'all go subscribe to Byron Blake, man. He breaks down this paperwork essentially like no other. This is nasty work. I think Big Meech made a mistake, y'all. He made a mistake. He came home and he turned his back on the only people that probably would have looked out for him, man. You heard? I'm going to keep it real. And now all the secrets are starting to come out. 50 Cent is holding no bars. He's throwing all shots. He's not holding nothing back. Nothing. Not even after getting tricked out of position by a CO. You heard? By Rick Ross. He got tricked out of position. And now we have the Tammy Cowan. We have hers coming up. Her doc series is coming up. But I got to be real. Is she even credible? But this is devastating news, the way that Byron Blake actually broke down Big Meech and what he did to his brother and his co-defendants. Yeah, he broke down what Big Meech did to his brother and his co-defendants. He copped out and made statements that could have possibly put these guys away if they went to trial. I don't know, man. Cuffy ain't stopping either. It's going to get bad, man. And we got a lot more coming. It's going to get nastier. I guarantee y'all that. Hey, like I said, man, you never turn your back and bite the hand of those that feed you and make sure you're taken care of, man. That took care of your people. You heard? All this paperwork is coming out now. Things that we never would have heard of. Never is coming out now. Due to the fact of disloyalty. You heard? And thought you had something down packed that you really didn't have. Did Big Meech tell on his own brother and 4 of the co-defendants? It's nasty work, y'all. It's a lot to break down here. And always keep in mind, y'all, there's other ways of cooperating other than Rule 35, other than 5K1s. They speaking of 11C1C now. Yo, it's your boy E-O-U, a.k.a. the Harlem Legend, man. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you set your bell notifications. Shout out to Byron Blake, man. Make sure y'all go subscribe. That was genius. I got to be real. That was a genius way of breaking it down. Stay tuned, y'all. We got a lot more coming. Salute.
Harlem Legend TV, salute to you, brother. Y'all go check and subscribe to Harlem Legend TV. If you want to know what's happening in Harlem, if you want to know what this real shit and people are doing in Harlem, y'all go watch Harlem TV. Please, y'all like, subscribe, and go to Harlem TV, like, and subscribe to that channel.